back in nowadays when we are in the school, nobody knows about the cosplayers. Seriously.
I remember back when I was a child, right? Back when I was in school, everyone was like, what is anime? What is it? Japanese cartoon tika. Oh, like the concept of cosplay has developed, like for them, they've had a long time. They're like 40, 50 years, right? Now for us, it's only been like 10 years? 10 years, right? In fact, in 2024, there were more anime cosplays than even normal, Deadpool cosplays or like Superman, he's super, like normal Marvel DC cosplays. I was actually surprised. All of these little things have come to a point where the culture right now is shifting. It was much harder to find anime as much. But still, in Sri Lanka, it's a niche, but they have put those movies also. It's a niche. Sri Lanka will eventually get to a good, not eventually, right now is going there. I think Sri Lanka is in a good spot right now.
දැන් අපිට තවත් මේ ඇනිමේ කල්චර් එකට සම්බන්ධ කෙනෙක්ව හම්බුණා. ඔයාට මෙයාව දැකලා නැති වුණාට මෙයාගේ වොයිස් එක හොඳට පුරුදු ඇති. කොමික් කොන් වීඩියෝ එකේ කොස්ප්ලේ ඉවෙන්ට් එකේ බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් සවුන්ඩ් එකට මෙයා තමයි ඉන්නේ. ඔයාට කොස්ප්ලේ වීඩියෝ එක පැත්තේ උඩින් බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකේ මෙයාගේ වොයිස් එක තියෙනවා. අද අපි මෙයාට එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්නවා. පොඩක් මේ ලංකාවේ ඇනිමේ කල්චර් එක ගැන කතා කරන්න. ඒ වගේම කොස්ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා, ඒ වගේම මේ වෙනකොට කොහොමද ඇනිමේ කල්චර් එක වැඩ කරන්නේ සහ ඒ හැම දෙයක්ම. Hi, how are you and what's your name and tell me about yourself.
Hi, my name is Afdal Marika. Many know me as Bob, hopefully. Hi. So I'm a part of Lanka Comic Con, right? I was involved like from the very beginning, from 2015 onwards. I was part of the organizing committee, and right now I am in charge of the anime category and that branch in LCC at the moment. You could say I was in the front lines when it came to seeing how the anime culture developed in Sri Lanka, especially after something like LCC popped up, right? So before that, from what I remember, there was an anime group. It was called Anime Manga Addicts Sri Lanka, right? This was managed by a few people and everything, especially one of the current admins in Anime.lk. His name is Naruto. He was also one of the initial members, secondary admins in Anime Manga Addicts. So they have come a very long way from back in 2012, 2013. It was just them sharing their favorite anime. What's the cool thing here? And there was no cosplay scene until like LCC, right? Till then there were very small cosplay things, especially with anime and all that, right? And especially and the thing is, but one thing I would say is before Lanka Comic Con, there used to be anime meetups. There used to be people who get together, discuss their favorite. Like even right now, we are here at the NFS meet. There used to be multiple meetups like this, mostly done by those of Anime Manga Addicts, but still those were meetups themselves. People came, people talked, right? Very small ones, which grew bigger, and now has grown to a point where we have our own cosplay contest even, and it's pretty good, right? So the thing is, ever since then, it has slowly developed. We have seen an increase in those who have been interested in anime. The culture itself, not just in Sri Lanka, but around the world, it has exponentially increased. It's like there's so much happening right now. Because I remember back when I was a child, right? Back when I was in school, everyone was like, what is anime? What is it? Japanese cartoon tika. Oh, like no one cares about anime, right? No one would this thing. But now it's like you are kind of expected to watch anime. Like you're like, okay, if you don't watch it, it's okay. But still, if you watch it, you're like, oh my god, you watched this? That's so cool. And right now in 2024, right? So back when we had 2024 LCC, even before that, even 2023 LCC, I did see an increase in anime cosplays. And more people talking about anime than ever before. This has been a proper increase since COVID, right? Yes, it has been slowly. We've been having more fans, more people coming, but I have never seen such a boom, unlike in 2023 and 2024, right? In fact, in 2024, there were more anime cosplays than even normal, Deadpool cosplays or like Superman, he's super, like normal Marvel DC cosplays. I was actually surprised. I am not going to lie. The boom has been amazing. It's something that we even us, from the committees have, it's unexpected, right? And, the culture itself has also changed. Like now, even in normal university events, even in art events, even you could even say maybe for these farmers markets, you see people selling some form of anime merchandise, right? And it's very common now. And even so, the thing is, I myself, I work I'm in law, right? And I work as a lawyer right now. I am in my final months of my apprenticeship, and next 2 months from now, I'll be taking my oaths, right? In my chambers also, one of the senior lawyers asked me, do you know what this anime is? Because my daughter is interested in it. And like they're also asking me, right? Because they also want to know what this is, because their kids are getting interested in it. Most of the kids want to go into art. And the thing is, right, a lot of people will view it as a negative thing, right? But as a cartoon and as a waste of time, but there are positives also in it. I myself have thanks to my understanding, I've also worked in the Japanese embassy in 2 occasions, right? And we had the opportunity in conducting back in 2019. We had the opportunity of introducing the first anime band also in Sri Lanka, anime band called Zettai Mark II. Sadly, it has disbanded, but back then it was a pretty big thing, and people were wondering like, oh my god, what is this thing? Like, this is pretty cool. This, like, the boom and the increase and all of this, right? All of these little things have come to a point where the culture right now is shifting from the norm, right? And that's fine. Shifts are very normal in society. Like, even back in the day when World War II was there, like, people were more interested in war comics. But then there was a shift towards Marvel and DC, because most of those characters were integrated into World War. For example, Captain America, right? Captain America, the Avengers, all of them also had a thing with even Superman himself. Then now the shift is going from that towards the anime side. And I think that's pretty cool. That's very normal in society. Hopefully this shift, will bring up more interesting, like, plots, more good things to come, hopefully. And maybe we'll also see more events happen in Sri Lanka. Maybe an anime expo. Who knows, right?
Whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's all hope, like, hopefully good things happen. But what I want to say is, like, if you are an anime fan in Sri Lanka, please, like, reach out to us, reach out to Anime.lk or NFSL, any of these two, right? Especially if you're a single anime based fan, reach out to both. Honestly, that's another one more thing I want to talk about. It's not just, there is no language barrier now. If your main language is Sinhala or English, you can still watch both of these in Sinhala or English. There are always art, that's the thing, and there are always fan dubs and stuff. And just come and watch. It doesn't matter what language, what's your main language or anything, right? Just come, just check it out. It's there for everyone, right? And most importantly, have fun.
As we speak in the previous hours, we both born in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So we are the we are the people who start with deck pieces and the floppy disks, CDs, VCDs, and flash drives and comics, newspapers, cassette tapes.
That's how I was introduced to my first anime. It was Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. We grew up with the technology and we share a lot of memories. So how did you see, like, from the newspapers, radios, TVs to right now? Like, it means now we had Netflix, we had some other streaming services, and we can find anything, any anime in just few seconds. So how did you see it as the growth of Sri Lankan anime? How do you see it? And also the world's anime.
Okay, it's like this. So as he said, back in our day, right, 90s, back then it was much harder to find anime as much, because the thing is, it's like,
we don't have internet, right?
Yeah, we don't have internet.
Facebook, no YouTube.
So even the World Wide Web was introduced when, back in 2000, ne?
2006 was the year.
Yeah.
Facebook and YouTube.
Facebook, yeah. So the thing is, before that, the only way we would have get access to anime is actually most probably through cassette tapes or on the TV. Randomly they put it on ITN or TNL.
And
right?
The book was rare thing.
It was very rare. You only find something like that. Even like, forget about manga. Comic books, like any Superman, Batman, or even Marvel or DC comic, you could only find like one maybe old, like a very old version of it at Vijayappa. Like, it's extremely hard to find. So the thing is, the shift now is, because of the shift in technology, it has helped a lot. Right? Especially spreading that word. Before the internet, being able to put videos, before Netflix, all of these things, right? It was actually much harder to distribute anime. That's the reason why most people did not know about it as much. Right now, because of the internet, actually thanks to the internet, we can now see that people are not just watching anime, they're also drawing art. They're putting their art out on Reddits, on subreddits, on websites, on forums, right? It's pretty amazing actually to see that growth, right? And not only that, but people also take inspiration from that. Right, and they are able to get their views, and they're also able to make anime videos, like, yeah, even anime reviews and stuff. And that's another thing, right? So back in the day, you would know which anime is good and stuff, because you wouldn't be able to get a clear idea.
Someone
right?
has to tell it, right?
Yeah, someone has to tell you. But now you can look at it on online, check the reviews. Is this good? Is this bad? What are people saying about this? And then you would obviously try the anime out. You could check the summary out, see how it is, and yeah. But yeah, no. If it was like 20, 30 years ago, no, it would not be possible.
When we got all like 60 or 70, I don't know what happened, right?
Yeah. By the time we are 70, who knows? It might even be virtual reality to a point. Like, I mean, not maybe TVs, maybe screens.
Even some anime will be standing up here. Right?
Yeah, maybe there'll be holograms. Maybe we'll be talking to actual anime characters in real life. So who knows? Technology is an amazing thing, and yeah, the shift is insane.
As we speak, you are a part of Lanka Comic Con, right?
Yes.
Organizing team, and there will be like 6 or 7 Comic Cons in Sri Lanka until now, right? 2024.
We've had Lanka Comic Con from 2015. So 2015 is where we only partnered up with Gamer.lk, right? Then our first independent one was from 2016 onwards. So we had one from 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Then because of COVID, 2020, 2021 and 2022, we had to stop, right? We did have an online one in 2020, but it was a bit of a flop. It was those are pointless. Those online versions of an event. Yeah, exactly. How can you do that? Exactly. It was a bit hard, right? But 2023, we came back. 2024 was our 6th one, and yes, this will be our 7th one. Technically, you could say that we were like celebrating like a little few more years and all that, but it's fine. Like, so 2025 will be our 7th Comic Con, and who knows, it might be a bigger one. We'll see.
Then let's speak about the cosplayers, okay? Back in nowadays, when we are in the school, nobody knows about the cosplayers. Seriously, we don't know. No. We just had the Avardusavaya Vikatandun Tarange. So nobody knows it. But then, after 2012, 2013, there was a cosplay culture in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And people like to be like a cosplayer. So how do you see it, the evolution of cosplayers in Sri Lanka, and what happened in the future?
The evolution of cosplay in Sri Lanka. So from what I have observed, right, back in the thing is, cosplay itself, now it's an art form, right? Like any art form, it has evolved. And the thing is, now Sri Lanka, it has taken a while compared to other countries. Now, like example, let's take the US. That's this foremost introduction. That's the best one we can take. When Comic Con was introduced to them, it was back in the 80s, I think. 80s.
No, it was like 1920.
No, Comic Con concept was back in 70s, 80s. Yeah, because that's when like Star Wars and all these other things also came in. Yeah, exactly, because of that. So like 80s or 90s, I'm not very sure. But please correct me on that if you can. But like, yeah. Come in right now, please. So the thing is, the concept of cosplay has developed, like for them, they've had a long time. They're like 40, 50 years, right? Now for us, it's only been like 10 years, right? 10 years or so. So the thing is, people have gotten used to it. But I'll say this, right? We as a country, we've somehow come together that the concept of cosplay is something it has become the norm now. Even now, like back when GLK had their event, Sri Lankan Cyber Games, right? There used to be cosplays there, but those were like, those were gaming cosplays. You just come, like people would come, they'd cosplay, and these people would take pics with those people, and that's it, right? Now it's become art form where everyone is discussing it. Everyone is like awaiting like the next convention to come and cosplay and become their favorite characters, right? And people love them, and even children love them too. Especially when they see I've seen kids be like, oh my god, there's Superman, there's Deadpool.
Yeah, we want to beat the Superman.
Yeah. And it's very nice to see, and especially it's nice to see kids also come in cosplay. Now, back when we were small, right? Back in our nursery days, do you remember? Once I think my nursery, my teachers asked me to put a costume and come. I was Zorro.
You were scared?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? My god. I'm like 5 years old or something back then, man. So the thing is, that concept has now become something of a norm now. It's a global thing, and it's also become a form of a business as well. I mean, now brands and stuff would hire cosplayers depending on what particular event is out. So I know that especially because I used to cosplay Star Wars characters, and back when Savoy used to run like Star Wars movies, they used to ask us to come and do a small skit, and we'd get people to come in, and it was for the premiere. It was really fun. And now they do the same thing for even for Deadpool. They ask some cosplayers to come wear the Deadpool mask, wear this, and just come and promote the event. Cosplayers have become a pretty important part of these industries now, and the culture of Sri Lanka. It's actually pretty, technically even the culture of Sri Lanka has been there has been a cosplay from the beginning. We used to wear the Vedas mask, those masks and everything for like our cultural festivals. Those are all a form of a cosplay. In the sense, like, we are already used to. We don't know the name for them. We don't know the name. That's exactly. So, I mean, the thing is, as Sri Lankans, we should probably integrate this move because this technically is a part of our culture, right? Yes, albeit it is a more religious. There are more religious aspects to it, but still, it is a part of the culture, right? There's no denying that. And now I think cosplay has come to a very good position. Now people have recognized them, like compared to like back in 2000 or 2005, and now I think it's in a very good place right now.
As the last question, what will you see Sri Lanka in the part of the world in anime culture? What happened in the future?
Sri Lanka. That's
Anime culture and cosplayers and anime, look, not addicted, but the lovers.
the lovers. Well, from what I'm seeing, especially with the recent increasements, I'd say in the community, right? The massive amount of new fans and people, even school kids coming in, right? I would say I think Sri Lanka is also it also might get up to that standard, because the thing is, like small Asian countries like ours, right? We tend to divert towards like a particular niche. So in our case, that niche is like the anime niche, right? When in places like Malaysia and Singapore and stuff, it's mostly the anime thing, mostly anime, gaming, League of Legends, those things, right?
Government was sponsoring for this.
Even the government, yeah, exactly. So the thing is, I think Sri Lanka will eventually get to a good. I mean, not eventually. Right now, is going there towards this side. So another thing is, so Savoy since 2 years ago, they have started putting up anime movies. So no, Savoy, Scope. Since 2 years, they have started putting up anime movies, like, and not just any movies, like. They would also put up this. There's a series called Detective Conan. Detective Conan has been going on for the past 20-30 years. But still in Sri Lanka it's a niche. But they have put those movies also. It's a niche. But like they should put the more common movies, like the Ghibli films, like films like Your Name, like those ones. But they are putting Detective. Now, why is that?
Yeah,
because
they know the culture is expanding.
Exactly, true. So the thing is, in addition to that, even I've seen certain marketing and stuff taken a more anime turn, and now the culture is shifting towards that. As I think I mentioned this before, the culture is shifting towards.
In our childhood, we had DC or Marvel.
Correct.
Or DC, right?
Correct.
Now we have anime.
Now we have anime, and the good part about anime is, like, now the thing is, Marvel and DC, they have so many stories, right? But the thing is, it's weird sometimes. Sometimes it's like Superman dies in one thing, but he comes back in the other one. Like, how is that? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but in anime, there's always a linear story, because it's different animes. They're not interconnected. No, there's always, so you can follow any anime and there's no issue, right? If you want to follow part of the isekai genre, fine. Then go into something like.
Even if we get gaming section,
Yeah.
the top game developing studios were Japanese.
Japanese studios, correct. Because Japanese studios have the best storytelling. One of the best storytellers that are out there. And I'm not going to lie, like if you were to pick like any category of anime, like action, you'd go for something like Naruto or something, right? Adventure, something like science fiction, so you'd go for Doctor Stone. These are all common things now. Especially I think the most famous one right now is Kimetsu no Yaiba and Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Yeah. So these are all things that everyone is interested in. And it's actually pretty easy to get into it also. That's the cool part. You just have to search up the name and you can watch it pretty easily. Especially now, if you have a Netflix account, right? Animes, they have Netflix. The good part about living in Sri Lanka is we are in that vicinity also, like in the Indian vicinity. So because they get a lot of like anime recommendations, and like they get a lot of sources. So you do get some of the latest, like the weekly ones that are the seasonal ones that are coming out right now. So it's pretty good, right? My recommendation is, guys, watch Apothecary Diaries. Good thing. Very good series. Good stuff. So yeah, I think Sri Lanka is in a good spot right now, and it will get better. It will get much better. That's my thought.
We won't stay like third world country forever.
Oh, hopefully, right? Yeah, actually. With things developing in this way, hopefully. I also pray that we also develop as a country as well.
Thank you so much for participating and sharing your experience about anime and the comics and all the cosplayers experience with our channel. Thank you so much then.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, bye. subscribe రా
Subscribe, guys.